Yeah, it's going to be a very good match. Lil Laz is the one you see breaking right now. He's actually the national junior champion for 18 and under.
Fresh off that win, yeah.
Yep.
Only a couple months ago.
Yeah, and him and his brother are both sponsored by Predator as well.
Yeah, which is awesome.
Yes.
I mean, these kids definitely deserve it.
Yeah, they live right up the road.
Oh.
I don't ask Naomi if they got any blue.
Almost got kicked in the side. But honestly, it was a great break. He's going to control his cue ball on a lot of these breaks. You'll see the cue ball stay in the middle of the table.
Hey, everyone, if y'all can hear any music in the background, please let me know. Hey, Arturo. Hey, glad to hear Nate will be at the next stop. Hey, Jackie.
Wow.
And everyone that's just joining the stream, we have a guest commentator for right now. Is Christopher with M Theory.
What's up?
He's not scheduled to play yet, so he was kind enough to join us.
Yeah, there's nothing like talking about some pool if you're not playing pool.
All right, and we got Wayne Senn coming in. All right, I'm going to get up real quick. I'll be right back, everybody.
Cool. Right, let's see what Wayne does here. I think the 4-ball passes the 9, but either way, there's a carom on the 9. So he's playing to get on this 4 somehow. Oh. Zero it out. The score.
Oh, I forgot to zero one out. Sorry about that, everybody.
Looks like there's 4 passes, so he's just going to run this back.
All right. Technical issues. In other words, I screwed up. All right.
Just like pool, you always blame it on the equipment. That's exactly what you just do.
I can't blame my equipment, though. I bought the stuff, so.
Right.
Oh, nice.
I'll just pull this either off one rail or just hold it for the 9.
Yeah, it looks like he might come off the rail.
He's going to follow.
Yeah, he is.
So the way he got back up from that shot. Nice. Was really the key.
One. Yep.
That shows the maturity that these kids have that some adults don't even have.
No. If you're not comfortable, get back up.
Right.
All right, run. Quick promo. Be right back. I'll rerun it here in a bit. Like I said, every person racks a little bit different, so I got to get used to the rhythm. But that was Brutal Game Gear. I want to thank them for not only being a channel sponsor, they're also a tour sponsor for the Predator Arcadia Centex Pool Tour. There are 2 links in our description. One's for a men's shirt, and others for a women's shirt. If y'all care to buy shirts, Y'all can pre-order or order them. They drop ship them to you, and it helps to support the channel. But it's in the description.
Texas Q, yeah, that's the littlest Laz.
Yep.
He's the littlest, but by no means the least dangerous.
No. When he beats Superman Hill at Texas Open,
He did. That's right.
yes. Then he lost to Sky in the next round, the next day.
Super, just strong fundamentals.
Yes.
Straight arm on the bridge arm. Super still head. Straight over the cue. Back arm directly behind his head. He's very in line. Stays down on his shot. Just can't say enough about him, honestly.
Yep.
Smooth follow through.
Yep. And Lil Laz knows these tables because he's shown up during the week to play some of the weekly tournaments here.
Definitely.
Matter of fact, he won in one of the 9-ball tournaments Lisa and I ran on Wednesdays here.
Yeah, he's always a favorite. And it's getting more and more like that, where he'll be more and more of a favorite.
Yes, he gets older. And, I mean, he's mature now as a pool player. But when he matures completely,
Yeah.
you imagine he's going to be tough.
Yeah. I don't even want to imagine. So just watch the break here. Watch the cue ball control compared to a lot of this, matches you'll see on the stream today. This cue ball is going to get parked in the middle of the table, or it's going to come back up towards the kitchen.
Oh, Junior, Lisa asked you, I missed that part. Did you want one of the Centex pool shorts? Pool shirts? Sorry. You can see Christina Snyder's on table 2. When she comes around, she's actually wearing one of them.
Yeah, and those shirts are $20.
Okay. All right, Lisa's going to take care of it. Yeah,
like
Lisa's.
Wayne,
Oh, go ahead.
I was just going to say, I don't know how he's going to get to this, too.
Yeah. Oh, no, I don't either. Yeah, Lisa's not sitting with us today because we're kind of in a corner. Not a lot of room.
I just came in and stole the spot. Invited myself in.
Oh, it's not you. She wasn't going to sit back here anyway. You know, when they added the 6th table, they rearranged, so it kind of threw us off. Matter of fact, where's my tee? There it is.
Man, I don't know if he's going to try to cross-side this, or cross-corner this, I'm sorry, and then come up for the 2. Like that. And he gets safe either way. That's a pretty smart job.
Yeah, I think he was going for the safe. Then if he did get it.
Not the end of the world, yeah.
Exactly.
That's maturity, too. I mean, it's two-way shots are more than just two-way. Sometimes they're multiple.
Yeah, well,
good outcome.
He gets into, serious matches here in town with the adults.
Yeah.
I've seen a few of those streamed on Facebook.
Right. The 2 to the 3 is what I see being the hardest part of the track. Other than that,
can't tell he's got enough angle. He does have an angle.
a shot though when you're trying to put a lot of outside. Sometimes it can bobble it in the pocket, but you stroke it smooth like that, it won't. Don't get on that
Yep.
fly.
That's why I like this screen right here. My software screen. Sometimes I can see things on it. You can't see it
Yeah, you definitely have a little bit of a advantage on that
with
view.
that one. See, normally I don't have this laptop with me. Actually, just got this one. Nice and smooth.
Came up a little steep. It'll probably just go up and down.
Yeah.
Come back around the middle of the table for shape on the 7. Oh, get leg.
Yeah, get rid of that green chalk. Ooh.
That's what I was talking
Wow.
about with that outside English. Outside English throws the ball out of the jaws of the pocket more than inside. Inside will hold it a little better. Take it, I guess I should say. But when you have to use outside English to get around the table like that,
Yeah.
it's just back against the wall.
All right.
Yeah, in fact, the outside versus the inside English argument, I feel like has been pretty well established by CJ
Yeah.
Wiley.
CJ Wiley.
His
Yep.
touch of
His
inside,
touch of inside. Yep.
his idea behind that is that the pocket takes the ball better.
Yeah.
I think some of it too. I've had a lesson with him, and I was telling him I like that it decides a little bit of a side for you, because if you try to hit a ball perfectly dead center, you're
Yeah.
asking a lot of yourself.
Right.
And when you kind of stick a little bit to that touch of inside, it's the right wrong. If you're off wrong of center, it's the
you're
right
on the right side of the
Yeah,
wrong.
exactly. Horribly
Yeah.
said, but
Yeah. And if y'all don't know what we're talking about, he actually has some videos on YouTube about it.
yeah. And CJ gives lessons all over, and he'll tell you like on Facebook where he's going to be at.
Yeah.
Spend the money, take a lesson with CJ.
He's been in Florida a lot lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
'Cause
actually
it's-
had a lesson with him here a couple
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah,
and,
because
man,
Wolf tried to call him to see if he'd come down. Because I hadn't met him, and that's when we found out he's been hanging out in Florida quite a bit,
yeah,
doing a lot of lessons over there.
yeah, he's a really good teacher. He's really kind of eccentric, but he definitely has some really concrete kind of science, if you will, behind a lot of it.
Yeah. Hey, Lou, how are you doing today? And there's this
Ooh.
pocket.
These
All
are
right.
tough pockets, people.
Hey, Mark, how you doing? Yeah, they are. These are 4-inch pockets, Mark. What's up, Art? What's up? Oh, okay. Stand right at that corner right there. Go and wave. That was Art. Yes.
You got to.
He does it every time. Yep.
You might need an alibi, you know, if the
Yeah, it was one of our local pool players. Hey, Andy, how you doing?
Oh, there's a champ.
Yeah, This table and table 1 both have 4-inch corner pockets.
Where is Andy Jethwa on this one?
I
Where's
don't know.
Why aren't you playing, Andy?
I think it's 2 days. It was too much for him. Right, Andy?
I didn't know that Andy could get too much pool.
I didn't think so either, but
Yeah, Andy's a strong player. He always has a chance when he shows up.
yeah. Mark, the drunken master.
That's awesome.
Hey, why aren't you playing? You working today or what? You're always drunk. Can't get through anyone in our just chat. But yeah, you're getting back to the 6. 7's gone, so go back to the 8.
I think another cool thing you see with like Laz and these kids that are coming up, and just professionals in general, is that like they do hit almost every shot very close to the same. I mean, whether they need to use a little more power, a little less, that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
It's more of like just that one he punched a little bit. He needed to get off the rail, but for the most part, his shot speed is going to be really consistent.
Yeah. You just chilling today, Mark?
It's a good day to just chill, honestly.
Yeah, it is. All this rain.
Yep.
And that's going to change some of the tables, too. The humidity in the air.
Yeah, that's true.
All right. Let me.
Yeah,
All right.
Lou, he is very young. He's under 18.
Yeah, I think he's 16, 15 or 16. Yeah, he's a national champion. Him and his brother. I think he's a year older than Gabriel.
Sponsored by Predator?
Yes, sponsored by Predator, both of them.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And it's good to get the younger generation into it.
Yeah, their dad plays pretty sporty, and
Yeah,
so
he's
I'm having to think that's where they got some of that from.
yeah, he's 6'30", Fargo. The brother, the dad is.
Yeah, and that might even be a little low in my opinion. I think that he might shoot a little sportier than that even.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But he's been focusing on his sons, getting them better,
Right.
which is smart.
Oh yeah, and just worth it because these kids really they have the potential. It's not like something that he wants for them and they don't want it. I mean,
No, it's something they want. They
yeah.
took up the sport, liked it, and hey, Daniel. Hey, Ed. How you doing? Hey, all y'all new viewers that are joining us, we have a guest commentating for a little bit before he plays. We got Chris with M Theory.
Happy to be here.
Glad to have you.
Yeah, where did the thumbs down come from? Who accidentally hit thumbs down?
Yeah, someone hit thumbs down. We always get someone.
That's how you know you're doing a good job.
Yeah, we got a couple of haters. I'm waiting for one to pop in.
I love getting the thumbs down.
I had to put him in a timeout the other day.
Oh, that's great. Put him in an internet timeout.
Ed, you did? Okay. Okay. You still want me to watch it, though? Oh, yeah. Oh, you just get to lick it.
Oh, Wayne's having a tough time, man. This is a little tough for Wayne.
On weekends, when we got like
Good
banana bread
touch.
left, slice
He's
it
just
up
keeping
and
himself
make it
a
like
little
French
off
toast.
the rail.
All right. Let's see.
I
Did I
think he'll
miss
just
anything?
stay on the low side of this 6. Yeah, that was the way to play it. And I mean, straight in. So I mean, the 7's going up the side. Unless he plays it in the corner, if he's just gonna hold there, yeah, that's smart.
Yeah.
Just use the angle you got. See, even on those soft shots, he has a long follow through. Doesn't shorten up on the stroke or anything.
It happens. These corners, if you don't hit them just
Gracious.
right. Yeah, if you look at a couple of the corners, the cushions actually go into the pocket.
They do go over, yeah. Wow, Laz really got away with one here.
Oh.
He knows this.
It's all right, Wayne. Relax, Wayne.
Let's get this composure. Playing this in the side is no walk in the park. Yep.
Yep.
I'm
I
telling
mean, the
you,
side
man.
pockets are okay.
Yeah, this is no joke.
Yeah, these pockets are tough.
Man, so Wayne was blessed with the game on that one.
Yeah, when do they schedule to have you? Roughly how far are you? You got to buy the first round?
I might have.
Because I know, like Albert Luna and them, they got first round buys.
Yeah, let me look. Let's see if Wayne can do something here.
Yeah, these
He's got a ball down on the break.
y'all that are regular. This is the same table 5. You've been watching a stream for a while, but they rearranged last night to get a 6th table in here for the tournament. So that's why we got a different camera angle. But this is the same table with the tight pockets, table 5.
Yeah, your boy got a buy.
You got to buy the first
I
round?
did.
Sweet.
Man, I'm already doing really good.
Hey, it's got to start somewhere.
Advancing.
Oh, nice safety.
Wow. Okay, he is locked up.
Yeah, that was a nice shot from Wayne.
He'll hit this though. Watch. Whoa.
Oh,
Bad hit. He was really
yep,
close.
just missed it.
All right, Wayne, let's do something.
All right.
Got a good chance here.
And Wayne can play 9-ball. It's actually his favorite game. Rotation.
Yeah, Wayne's been around for longer than I've been around, which isn't very long, but Wayne's been killing it for a long time.
Hey, Raymond, we appreciate the super chat. Really do appreciate it. Hey, Mark, how are you doing? Lisa. Lisa's in the chat. Mark, she'll text you in a minute. She just saw it. She's on the other side of the room. But everyone, Alamo Cues, that's Mark Lund. He's our newest sponsor. So definitely check his work out. He's on Instagram. I believe he's on Facebook as well.
Yeah, he sponsors a couple of friends of mine
Yep.
and great players and great cue maker.
Actually, one of his sponsored players is here, Frank Jr.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, Frank is here. Eric and Millie live in Las Vegas right now.
Yep. They're catching a gear out there too.
Yeah, they are.
Yep,
That MOB tour that started.
Yep. Yeah, I've told a lot of people Eric's close to a breakout in my opinion.
Yeah,
he is like one of the strongest players that I knew around San Antonio.
Oh yeah.
Effortless. Like
he needed some place to play with the higher players to.
Yeah, he needed someone to stretch him out, and he's handling it really well. I've seen a couple of the streams of him at Griff's or some of those other Vegas tournaments, and man, he's just looking better than ever. And so is Millie.
And Millie's.
I mean,
well, she's her practice partner or his practice partner.
Yeah, and her dad is a pretty local legendary.
And actually,
player.
They just opened Lucky Monkey back up last night.
Oh wow!
They finally opened it back up after the shutdown from COVID. I don't know what was going on, but they were finally able to. I saw a post yesterday.
It's good. San Antonio seemed like it survived. It was a tough time for sure, but a lot of the pools coming back strong.
Yep. Okay, I want to welcome a couple of people to this stream. We got Roger with Roger's Randoms. He's got a YouTube channel. And Backyard Billiards, that is Chuck. He has a channel as well. So if y'all haven't checked out their channel, please do.
Ooh, man, I don't know how to get to this 3-ball. You might have like a little window between 8 and 7.
Yeah. Let me.
But you have to get so he needed to like break it out. He didn't like where it was.
He got back around too.
He did. He just play a good safe here. Go around the other side of the 9.
Yep. Didn't quite get all the way.
He's going to lock him up here.
You're welcome, Roger. Thank you, Chuck. Yeah, if y'all can hit that thumbs up, we'd really appreciate it. One of our haters already popped up and hit the thumbs down, so.
We love that.
We've acquired a few. I actually had to learn how to put people in time out in the chat because of that.
I love it.
Yeah. I had to warn Lisa because tomorrow she's going to be by herself for a little bit because I got playoffs, finals. And so I'm going to have to show her how to put people in timeout.
Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely the skill that she needs.
Yeah, because, like I said, we had one Thursday. He was blatantly rude.
That's so funny.
Yeah, but fortunately, YouTube did check a lot of it. Mm-hmm. Where you had to approve it first. But he was degrading. It was 2 ladies teams that were on the playoff stream, and he was just being rude.
Yeah, I don't know what it is with. It's in everything. I don't want to say it's a pool thing, but
it's everything. Especially since the internet has become big with the chatting features and everything.
Personally, I mean, if a woman playing makes you that insecure, then I think you should go practice.
Exactly.
Work on your game. I mean, we were just talking about Millie.
Yeah.
You think I'd be ashamed losing to Millie?
Oh, hell no.
She is a professional.
She's beat me before.
She's beat me plenty of times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can say I've got a couple off of her.
Yeah. So no, that's such insecurities. That's so silly.
What's up, Jose? Hey, if you pop in and want to commentate, come on. We got it set up for 2 commentators now, so
Oh yeah, that would be good.
yeah, we've upgraded to a second set of headphones, and
Yeah, Lisa says, "Come on, Jose.
yeah,
You got a job."
yeah. Here, you want this money? You want this one?
She said, "You got a job now. You
Yep.
have to be here."
You know Lisa. What happened? Something happened.
I don't know what this is about.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm reviewing it, see what's going on.
They're gonna want to see it.
What's up?
Another camera shot. So like this, because when I stroke, is the
So-
ball in the way of that?
So they moved 2 balls.
Well, actually,
maybe move two balls.
That's a foul.
well,
And
let
I
me-
don't know how.
let's look at it. I think one might have moved by the hand.
One moved by the
One
hand,
by the cue ball.
One by my shaft, and another.
Yeah, that's a foul.
but if the cube, yeah, it doesn't. Yeah. Yeah, and guys, we're playing cue ball fouls only, which normally that wouldn't be a foul, but the fact that the cue ball came and hit a second ball
Yeah.
means that it is a foul. If
Yeah, it's Texas Express all the way through, except for if you miss and hit 2 balls with your hand or whatever, or if you move a ball that's in a path of another ball. They brought that one in.
right, which is kind of that's how you play in one pocket.
Exactly.
That's how your fouls work, for the most part.
And just to let you know, we normally don't do reviews like that. Both players have to come to us in order to do that.
Yeah, and they both were just interested in
Yeah.
seeing what happened.
Yeah,
They're
because
definitely
normally it
sportsmen.
goes to the shooter.
Right. Well, and that's something though that you wouldn't call a ref for to
Exactly.
watch before because it was just such an open shot. You didn't see anything going wrong, and it's one of those things. But
Yeah. Lil Laz is at 5, right? You see his coin? 1, 2. He's on the other side. I can't tell. I just want to make sure I didn't miss a game. Five two. Okay, then we're right. I just want to make sure. Hey Roger. Hey Edgar, how are you doing? Hey, I'm trying to figure out a way to have guest commentators via the web, like a webcam or something from your house, while a tournament's going on. Johnny Henson brought that up to me from Billiards University out of I think Scottsdale, Arizona.
that's a great idea.
Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to do it with my software.
I
It's
mean,
got to be
yeah.
a way.
You can, I'm sure, and once you figure it out, I mean, you can bring on some really cool people.
Right, and they won't have to actually be here.
Right.
You know, it's the age of modern technology and COVID, you know.
So
Alright.
I think he's going for a foul because Wayne's on 1, so he's going to lock him up behind the 7.
Yeah, that was smart. Now,
Hey,
3 foul is in effect this weekend.
It's a good way to get games.
Yeah, it is. There's
mean-
3 people that have actually successfully done a 3 foul rule on our stream. Andy was one of them.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Schneider was another, and Ruben Batista
Yep.
are the 3 people that have done 3 foul rules. He's just going to shoot it out now.
Yeah, at this point,
Everything's open, so
yeah, and he can
why not
save
do
that
it?
third foul. So if he does get out of line and he wants to put down one more safety,
Yep.
he's got a good setup.
Hey, I want to welcome Bryant with Corner 4 Billiards. He's a YouTuber as well. Definitely check out his work.
Man, I've
He's
seen all
actually
kinds
been
of new
doing
people.
the clock system on his channel.
Okay.
He's real good. He's a certified instructor up in Dallas, Fort Worth area, and he teaches juniors for free. He runs
Oh.
clinics.
Hey, good on you. That's awesome. That's really cool.
Yeah, Brian's a great guy. And Roger's actually from Waco.
Yeah, Waco's a cool town. That's up and coming.
Yep. He plays at Shooters up there.
Okay.
All right. All right, I'm going to run a quick promo. Be right back. Let's begin. I didn't have reading glasses. Big deal. All right. Now, any order placed to ROIS Leather Goods during the month of May gets 20% off if you mentioned Backwards Billiards. And he makes more than just pool cue cases. He makes some great cases. But he is a master leather craftsman, and he is a pool player as well. So check out his information in the description. And I'll throw that back up here in a little bit.
Just going to push out here.
Yeah, I wish I could be up there on May 15th, Roger. I'd like to shoot on y'all's tables up there. They got 8 Rawsons and 8 diamonds, all 8-footers at Shooters, he said.
Oh, man, I don't know any place that has the rest.
I've never shot on a Rawson before.
Me
I want to
neither.
shoot on one. I might be pronouncing the name wrong.
Rasson?
Rawson.
We're
Yeah.
putting the Texas twang on it. Or Rasson. That worked out.
Oh, what's up?
Watch him kick and make this, though. Like that. Wow. That's good effort.
All right.
Just shot. Nice save. It's smart to play that soft.
All right, Edgar, I just saw your post. Sorry, they were commenting so fast I missed it. I'll definitely look at it. I'm using vMix, which is a little bit different than most streamers. Most streamers use OBS or Wirecast.
That's a good question. So why push out when 90% of the time you end up jumping or kicking anyway? Okay, so the idea is you don't want to push yourself or your opponent out to a jump or a kick, really. You want to just push it out to something that's a little more difficult or to a potential safety. So you can play a safe if your opponent passes it back. And a lot of times what they'll say is the judge of a good push out is how long your opponent thinks about it.
Exactly.
So there is no real ideal push out. You're already in a bad situation.
But
And
you
it's
want to
not gonna-
push out somewhere where you have an idea what you would do if they give it back to you.
Exactly. Yeah. And you just don't want it to be too easy though. So you just you need to still.
So, like me, I love to jump. So I'll push it where I got to jump, you know?
Yeah.
Because I'm confident in my jumping skills.
Yeah, and if somebody else isn't and they pass it back to you and they don't think about the jump, then yeah, you've gained your advantage.
Exactly. But a lot of local players, they don't jump a lot.
No, they don't. Yeah.
They rather kick out. Speaking of jumping, it looks like Wayne's getting his jump cue right now.
I think a lot of people, when the pressure's on, it's harder to jump. I think they just can't.
Because I dart,
Ah,
I think it's
okay.
easier.
That's,
I can't lift my shoulder up high enough. So I learned how to dart.
that was a great
Nice
jump shot
jump.
right there.
Yeah, Wayne can jump. I've
was
got a couple
clean.
on video for him.
But yeah, and he held his cue ball. I mean, he
Yep.
hit it better than that.
Yeah, but jumping is a skill, just like,
Mhm.
banking, kicking, diamond systems.
Yeah, well, your alignment too will affect it a lot. So, like, if you're having trouble jumping and you can't just get down, align yourself, and make
Yep.
a ball, then
Oh.
your alignment's off. God, that's tough, man.
Hey, Brian, appreciate the super sticker. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to join our pool family. Here's a couple of videos you might be interested in seeing. Thank you again.